bounds.
So
Coming live to you from
work. That's a good one. That's a good way to start. This is gonna be like free from work.
Yeah, because we're literally just sitting here, like, at work.
I think we're gonna hear them in the background, so actually add some great background.
Yeah, no, like, we proves the point. We're not just lying about being at work.
Just I hope that one of these days is gonna be like one person's just gonna walk and we're just gonna have like a 10-minute session about like, oh yeah, guess what, this person, we're helping this person life.
Yeah, it'll be like a printing question. Like, so LV1 is over there. You print 15 or under.
You're looking for LC 203 that's upstairs. You make it right.
Yeah,
It's like
no,
that.
Dixon Hall is that way.
No, sir, we cannot help you with your Adobe problems. We don't know anything about that.
There is a hotline to call for any Canvas-related issues.
And then we said the number, but we have to bleep it because we don't want anybody to spam call that. Yeah, sure, it'll be like, beep, and you can call this person. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking about it.
Yeah, you know,
It. You know, everyone knows it.
It.
But in reality, Stephen King's It, right?
Yeah, what
Oh.
is it? Sorry.
Well, I read the book, so I know what it is.
I saw.
You saw the old movies,
I
and
saw
you
the-
saw the new movies too.
Yeah.
I've read the book.
All right, yeah. So, the original movie made it seem like he was just like
An
this
alien.
creature, this weird creature that no one seemed to kill, and it just like didn't really conform to any
But
of the
have you
laws.
seen The Dark Tower?
The Dark Tower?
Yeah.
No. What is that?
In The Dark Tower is another movie plus another Stephen King's book where
Oh, okay.
it's like blah blah blah. I don't need to go into the story about it, but in The Dark Tower, all Stephen King's movies are like connected.
Oh.
So in The Dark Tower, we see where the universe where it comes from, and we see like this Easter egg where it's like, oh, he used to be here. It's like yeah. So you
Okay.
can like, it's weird because in the movies, they're like he's an alien, but
Yeah.
in The Dark Tower in the books is like he's not, kinda. He just like he moves through dimensions.
Yeah. That was one thing with the remake that really bothered me at the end, where they reduced it to just being these free
That
floating
was
orbs.
hilarious.
It's
It was
like,
kind of
oh
cute.
no, the
it was
scary lights.
It was cute. It was funny. It's just like, yes, guys, the ultimate message here is like bullying is the way to go.
Yeah.
You have a problem, just bully your way through it.
Just tell him you think he sucks, and then he'll die.
tell him you're a clown.
Yeah.
That definitely solves
Oh,
it.
call him a clown. That'll really kill him. Or sorry, kill it.
That's the ultimate, for a rated R movie. That was the ultimate like badass moment. It's just like calling that bad guy a clown. I get it because he's a clown, but just like just going around and be like, you're a
Yeah.
clown. It's like, wow, that's not hurtful at all.
It's just like Batman going after Joker, being like, "You're a clown." Ooh, so
Ooh.
good. Very
Just
insulting.
imagine just like actually just Batman going to the penguin. It's just like, wait a minute, you're a penguin. It's like, you're just stating the
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah, no shit.
It says we're talking about a why, so I don't understand why. And as a film person, why does he keep the form of a clown? Why does he keep it throughout all the movies and like in the books?
Yeah, I think it's because clowns are universally scary to children, especially.
But his power is to take the shape of what you fear the most. So like whoever's standing in front of him, he takes the shape of what you fear the most, and he takes the shape of clowns. And then the book and in the original movies, he's take the shape of clown because he said it lures kids in.
Yeah.
But then he turns into whatever they fear the most. So that's why you see in the new one, he turns into a painting, he turns into a diseased monster, and all
Yeah.
this stuff. So why does he stay a clown?
Maybe he just feels comfortable. Why would we
You know,
keep
this movie
referring
would be-
to him as he? He's obviously it.
You're right,
Sorry.
whatever.
Sorry. We're gonna fix
Sorry,
the
my
pronouns
bad.
right now.
Yeah.
It's it.
Oh, wow. They.
What? Yeah. Stick with
So
the
I
they
don't
them
understand.
pronouns.
You know how fast this movie would be if they were just like, he just turned into a dinosaur,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That would be very destructive and kind of get
That would kind of be funny.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like he turned into a spider. So
Yeah.
I don't see what the big problem is. It's just him turning into a dinosaur.
So if you were in the new It movies and you came across it,
Mhm.
what would it turn into for you?
To lure me in, or to like get me to fear him.
Both.
Mm.
Sam, pardon me for interrupting.
Oh, here it is.
It's yours.
Juliana let me borrow that so I could use it, and then she told me to just leave it. She'll pick it up. So in a way, yes, it's mine, but you know, it's Juliana's. I can have it. I left it there because I thought she was gonna pick it up this morning. Sorry.
Out of the way. So,
Cool.
When is Juliana's, whatever his name is, tomorrow.
We're recording a podcast right now, so it's called While Working, so it's perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Man, I can help.
Yeah.
So-
That's what we're doing.
So here's how I see it, right? There's a puppy out in the
Okay.
street, right?
All
Just
right.
like crying.
Oh, he
That's
would
how
get
he lures
so
me in.
many people
Right.
as a sad puppy.
He would get so many people. That's how he would get me.
Yeah.
And then
Get
my
me too.
deepest fear, that's getting way personal if I tell you my biggest fear.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
The ultimate question is like, if I'm not saying I'm afraid of heights, but how will he turn into that?
Right?
Like if you're like it would make sense if you're afraid of like things, it would be easy, but things like if you're afraid of drowning, it's like you just
Do you just turn into water?
glass of water. It's just like, oh god. I would say if he turned. Oh yeah, it's kind of hard because like I don't remember the last time I was like super scared. I don't go into a haunted house and be like I'm scared of that. I'm
Yeah.
not scared of most things anymore. If anything, I'm just scared of, like, for example, if I'm on a plane, I'm scared of falling out of the sky. Pretty
Yeah.
much. So yeah, I don't know how we would do that, but all right. What
Yeah.
about you?
Same with sad puppy would get me in a heartbeat. And I like if I see a dog that needs any kind of help, like the other day I was driving with my mom and there was a dog just walking down the street by itself and I was like, nope. So I got out and I like knocked door to door. I'm like, is this your dog? Like I'm going to find your home. Like
It's
so a sad puppy would totally get me.
But how he would kill you?
Donald Trump. I have,
Really?
I honestly have nightmares about Donald Trump like ordering like an assassin on me, and then me being like he's trying to kill me and no one believing me, and he's still like, okay, I can kill whoever I want. I'm president. I have the Second Amendment allows me to do whatever I want.
That's not the Second Amendment.
Oh wait, what?
The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms.
The second, no, it's like some kind of.
First Amendment is the freedom of speech. Second Amendment is the freedom to bear arms.
Yeah, no. What's the thing he constantly says? Like he quotes it saying like, "This makes me be able to do whatever I want."
Freedom of speech. First Amendment.
Is that what he is? It's something he keeps throwing.
Yeah, all the other
It's
ones
like
have to
some
do with like
bullshit.
federal stuff. You know.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
he would turn into like a more.
Just this
a more
puppy just starts
deranged-
deforming himself. And he just turns into Donald Trump.
I could see it. That sounds like the worst thing that could ever happen to me.
What if the puppy just turns into if the puppy puts a suit on, grows like a little like comb over, it turns a little bit orange and just turns a little bit old. It's just a tiny version of Donald Trump.
I would punt it.
It's it, so you can't really like. Actually, you will hurt it because you technically wouldn't be afraid because you're fighting back. You're hurting it because you're fighting back.
Yeah, I think it's more just like what he can do that scares me more than him himself.
Mm. See, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because in the movies and stuff, he turns into something we're literally afraid of, right?
Yeah.
And here is like we're actual legitimate modern people who are like, damn, I'm afraid of not eating today because student loans are just getting to me.
I'm afraid of climate change.
We're legitimate like, damn it. All these
What are you gonna
immigrants
do,
not
turn
getting a
into
home.
a-
It's like I'm so afraid that they're gonna like not get a home. It's like, what are you gonna do?
He turns into a melting iceberg.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it turns into a melting iceberg. This is really
Wow,
hard.
you're gonna fix your pronouns.
I just keep thinking that it's a he. I'm sorry. And I
Well,
can't.
it turns into a clown that is a male, also sexist. Goddamn,
Pennywise, yeah.
Pennywise, the
Just a
clown.
dumb name.
I don't know what's the origin of Pennywise.
I
Alright.
think that was like, I think they explained it a little bit. I think he started doing that when
Did he-
like circuses, like
But did he
traveling.
made that up? They just like
I
make
think
up
he
that
just
name?
like observed other clowns back when like circuses were really popular, and
How did he observe it if he never left town? He never left town.
maybe a circus came because circuses traveled.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah.
true. Mm. Well, if it makes sense, like maybe it's in the book, maybe it's not, but like in the second movie, how they say remember that old lady part?
Oh yeah.
What if like that whole thing, like my dad was a circus like manager. It's like, what if there was a guy who actually looked like him? He came to the town, and then Ed just took his shape so he can be like a clown. So his shape that he took was an actual person in the past. He just took its shape.
Yeah. Just tweaked it up. I honestly found the original It to be more creepy than the remake. The remake looked like this overproduced, like, little cheeser.
I don't know. Something about like the new one. It's like there's some movies that I've seen. All right, there's some movies that I've seen that like are great as they are.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, it's like, would it be better if it had CGI? And I was kind of right. The first It was amazing with this extra CGI and stuff, like the darker tone. Because the older It's, they just seem like, when we're talking about cinematography, it just seemed bright, right?
Mhm.
It just seemed like it was too bright. Plus, the clown itself is like it was all like I forget what the term is when they're using like the effects of the teeth and stuff. That's actually real, but they use like models and like stuff. They don't. It's not computer generated.
Yeah.
So, but when I look at that, I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, if it was CGI? If like somebody who had the creativity in the mind would do it the right way, it would look pretty cool.
Yeah. But I do think for when the first It came out, which I believe was in the early 80s,
Mm-hmm.
they did a pretty good job for the technology they had. My only issue with, I think they overused CGI, especially in the second movie.
The second one,
with
you
the aging
overused
the
it.
kids, like, God, that's creepy.
De-aging the whole thing about de-aging was upsetting because I've seen it in movies where it works, and some movies where it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Where it just doesn't.
It's just like,
You might as well just CGI the person.
yeah, the whole second movie felt overproduced in general.
It was supposed to be the biggest like thing of that year. Like, here's It 2. We're supposed to make it 20 times better than the first one, which I think that's the problem. And The Conjuring did this, right?
Yeah.
Where they made such a great movie with the first one, they overhyped it, and then after that they were like, we need to make it better, but how can we make it better? And so they're like, over CGI.
Did you not like The Conjuring 2?
I did love it. Now, other people have different opinions about it.
Sorry to be nosy about your opinion.